Hey, Magic fans, welcome back. This is your captain speaking. It's time to re-dissect Modern Horizons 3 as Commander leaks are out with all the new and some old cards, I guess, from the Commander deck. So let's dive into them and see what all the hubbub is, bub. But first, subscribe. It's right over here. Touch it. Touch it. Anyway, we get to 1,000 subscribers. We're going to do some giveaways. It's going to be good. So let's go with it and subscribe. Links in the description, other ways to support the channel and get all the magic cards you need. Certified on eBay, baby. And you can go to TCG Player too if you want secondhand. But anyway, let's take a look at what we've got. So we have our commanders. We have Omo, Queen of Vesuva, green and blue, and 2. Legendary creature shapeshifter. When it enters the battlefield or attacks, put an everything counter on each of up to one target land and up to one target creature. Each land with an everything counter on it is every land type, in addition to every other type. Each non-land creature with everything counter on it is every creature type. Good God. Anyway, that's going to be interesting in its own way. We have Dissa the Relentless, green, red, black, and 2 for a 5/6. Whenever a Loigoith permanent card is put into your graveyard from anywhere other than the battlefield, put it onto the battlefield. Whenever one or more creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, create a Tarmogoyf token. What the hell is this shit? I mean, I knew it was a meme about the whole Tarmogoyfs for you, fucking Oprah Winfrey Tarmogoyfs. But why does Dissa the Relentless get to give out Tarmogoyfs to yourself? I'm going to need some lore here, guys. If anybody in the comment section or anybody who had just... I'm pretty sure there's not any lore. I'm just going to put it out there. And I have questions. Lots of them. Moving on. We have Sata Aether Flux Genius. We have white, red, blue, and 1 Cuddlist for America. Anyway, 4 mana, 3/5, Menace Haste. That's interesting. Whenever he attacks, create a tapped and attacking token. That's a copy of up to one other target non-token creature you control. You get 2 energy. At the beginning of your next end step, sacrifice that token unless you pay an amount of energy equal to its mana value. I'm just going to say the fact it gives you energy is just nuts. We already talked about the energy stuff and how bonkers it's going to be, and this is it. This is the commander. It's going to make it a thing. And it's going to be America. Anyway, sorry. This name. Eulalek Fused Atrocity. The only thing atrocity on this thing is its damn name. Anyway. 1 of every color or 5 wasteland colors or any combination thereof. Anyway, he's a 2/5 devoid creature. Whenever you cast an Eldrazi, you may pay 2 waste mana. If you do, copy all spells you control. Then copy all other activated and triggered abilities you control. You may choose new targets. So just so you know, creatures are spells when you cast them. So you can copy the creature, like 2 Ulamogs. And then copy all the abilities of the Ulamog. And we've had this discussion before. This is disgusting on several levels. And I like it. However, this is probably a bit much and will probably make people unfriend you for the Commander game. Just going to put that out there. So, do with that what you will. Moving on. Some of the cards from here we have is, we talked about this a little bit earlier, Dress Down, Esper Sentinel, and Abiding Grace. You can see they have the old order, but they also have Modern Horizons 2 symbols. That is because they were announced as in the set, but no card pictures have been seen yet. So we'll have to wait and see how it goes. They might just be regular reprints. They might get new art. For these, I honestly don't care. It's half a dozen one, 6 the other. But, yeah, so that's going to be a thing. Next, we have the Hideous Taskmaster. Red and 6 for a 7/2 devoid. Whenever you cast this spell for each opponent, gain control of up to 1 target creature that player controls to end of turn. Untap those creatures. They gain Trample, Haste, and Annihilator 1. Huh. This thing has Trample, Haste, and Annihilator 1. This is an Eldrazi in every stretch of the imagination. This is exactly what I expect from this monstrosity. But the fact that playing this in a 4-player commander game is just insane. Because you literally can steal one of everybody's things and then just go ham fist on one dude or girl. Except let's not go into that. We're talking about Magic. Anyway, it's going to be a pounding. Could not go there. Anyway, yeah, this thing is something. Thank God it's 7 mana, or it would really be a disaster. Whew. But of course, we have Reanimator decks and all other ways to cheat this into play, which is going to make this just worse. At least stealing your opponent's creatures only works if you cast it from your hand. You can't cheat it into play. But I'm sure somebody will figure something out. They always do. So, we also get a copy of Crib Swap reprint. This is a changeling. You get to exile target creature. Its controller gets a whole one colorless shapeshifter. Probably one of the best removal spells for white. That is not, swords, path to exile. Yeah, they get a 1/1, but it does kill any creature and it exiles it. It does cost 3 mana, unfortunately, but the upside is a shapeshifter card, so it counts as every creature type in your graveyard, which can be a bonus. So, and it is an instant. I mean, I know we don't see it get played a lot, but this is a thing. I mean, the only reason it doesn't get played more is because it does hit non-land permanents. So, yeah. But limited? Oh, yes, limited all-star. So, some other things we got. We've got Sith, the famed mechanist, America. So, white, red, blue, 1 for a 3/3 fabricate 1, which is either it comes in as a 4/4 or you make a 1/1 servo. Other non-token creatures you control have fabricate 1. This has also 2 colorless tap, choose 1, populate or proliferate. I mean, proliferate's fine, especially if your planeswalkers are out. However, if you just start spouting off fabricated creatures and then you just start populating your brains out, you're just going to win. At some point, it's just going to be too many. So, yeah. Boy. Yeah, this is going to be something. And I love the old I'm a tinkerer, so I make a little dude kind of vibe here. I mean, we need to do some kind of printing of a card like this that quite literally is like the military draft office just spitting people out into the field. Anyway, moving on. We get a reprint of Archon of Cruelty finally. This card has spiked quite a bit once everybody found out how sweet it was. So we get a reprint only in Commander, though, so don't everybody get too excited. Especially since these Commander decks are god-awful expensive. Oh, my lord. But yeah, so the 2 black and 6/6/6 flyer enters the battlefield or attacks. Target opponent sacrifices a creature or planeswalker, discards a card, loses 3 life, and you draw a card and gain 3 life. It slices, it dices, it makes julienne fries. It does it all. The prime targets for being cheated into play. Then we have Coram, the Undertaker. This dude looks stout. Old Jundy boy, green, red, black, and 1 for this 05. Are we butt fighting? I think we're butt fighting. He gets +X/+O, where X is the greatest power among creature cards in your graveyard. Whenever he attacks, each player mills a card. During each of your turns, you may play a land and cast a spell from among cards in your graveyards that were put there from the libraries this turn. This is so sweet. Oh my god, I want to make a deck around this guy. That almost didn't sound right. Anyway, moving on. This is going to be an amazing commander, and I really think I'm going to buy the commander decks now because I want this guy. This guy's cool. I want to put him in my one of my commander decks. I want to make a commander deck. Put him in it just for him. He's good. Oh, I love it. So sweet. Anyway, moving on, we have the Aether Refinery. 2 red and 4 for 8 artifact. If you would get 1 or more energy, you get twice that many. Imagine that. Tap, you get an energy, which would actually be 2. Then you may pay 1 or more energy. If you do, create a XX black Aetherborn creature token where X is the amount of energy you paid. I mean, it's good, but for 6, it's not that good. I mean, yeah, you can make really big shit, and it does get you energy, but it's 6 mana. I mean, it's still playable in Commander. I'm not going to down it or nothing, but like, I was kind of expecting more for 6 mana. Just put that out there. I mean, at best, if you have no energy, you're going to be spitting out 2/2s. Which for 6 mana, that's not saying a lot. Just, yeah. A little disappointing. They all can't be bombs. Anyway, moving on. We have Bloodbraid Challenger. Red, green, and 3 for a 4/3 Cascade and Haste. We have a new Bloodbraid Elf. Woot woot. Which also has Escape. So, for the same cost as casting it, exile 3 other cards from your graveyard, you can play it again. And in case you don't remember what Cascade does, once you play this, you can cast anything 4 or less. And it's the first thing that comes up. And since you can escape it, it doesn't matter how many times they kill it. This probably won't see play in older formats, but so good. It will definitely see play in Commander, and this will be a popular card. Next, we have the old Apex Devastator, because clearly when you want to cascade, you want to cascade and cascade and cascade. Popular card, kind of pricey these days. It saw a lot of popularity it picked up because, well, it's in green and green ramps. And then for 8 mana, you just cast your deck. And it's a 10/10. But I've seen worse and seen bad things happen. But hey, it's a great card, good reprint. It's a mythic. Then we have Jointy Mog Ancient. God, I probably butchered that shit. Blue, green, and 2 for this 2/4. When he enters the battlefield, you get to create a 1/1 green forest dryad land creature token for each time you've cast your commander from the command zone this game. Beginning of each combat, land creatures you control get +X to the end of turn, where X is this guy's power, so +2/+2. Unless you giant growth him beforehand. But yeah, just the ability to... I mean, if you kill him, now you got it. So, okay, so you play him the first time for 4. You get a land dryad, which now means you have 5 mana, so they kill it. Next turn, you play him again. You get 2 more land dryads because you only had to draw 1 land because you already have 1 land dryad out. Now you get 2 more land dryads. If they kill him again, you can just cast him with the guys that come into play with him. And you just keep doing it over and over until somebody quakes for 1 and kills all your lands. But anyway, this seems very powerful and very, very busted. Yeah. Anyway, then we have Ashlak, the Swelling Surge. Used to have a lot when I was a kid. Anyway, 3 colorless for this 2/2. Whenever it or another colorless creature you control dies, you get an experience counter. Okay. For Wooburg, 1 of every color, creatures you control get +X to their turn, where X is the number of experience counters you have. Scions and Spawns you control gain Indestructible and Annihilator 1 until end of turn. That's a little gross. With this guy, you literally could play him, have 2 Scions out before you play him on turn 3. They kill it. Okay, fine. He's dead. You get an experience counter. You then proceed to lay a land, sacrifice 1 of your Scions to give yourself +X, which is 1, but you get Annihilator 1. So you can now force your opponent to sack a creature. Or hear me out, you wait, cast a few more Eldrazi, get him back on the field, let him die again, get more experience counters, and then just go ham and wipe your opponent's board. This thing is a menace. The fact that it gives all your stuff Annihilator makes me not like it. Now, mind you, this thing has to be on the table for it to happen. So, what I was saying won't exactly work, but you get the idea. It's gonna be ugly. Oh, God. If it sits on the table for more than 1 turn, I think you just lose. Like, what do? I mean, they untap, and you're like, ha, wham. Thank you, ma'am. I mean, my guys are indestructible. They all get plus whatever. They all have Annihilator 1, including this guy. So what's even worse, if he gets on the battlefield and they have 5 mana open, you can't kill him unless you get hit him twice. Like, it's absurd how good this thing is. Ugh, God, I don't even like it. And you can play 5 colors, because there's 5 colors right there. You can play whatever you want. Like, don't even matter. Anyway, so there's the Commander silliness that we got so far. Stay tuned for tomorrow, where I'm sure it's going to be a shit show. Or extremely cool. It's a toss-up, but it can be both. So, until next time, be kind, and as always, I hope to see you across from the game table.